Hello everyone. New year, but the same old politics of the past in Ireland, more of the same cronyism and corruption. Today it was announced that there's going to be 23 junior ministers. This is on top of the 15 senior ministries that's going to be in place when Micheál Martin is appointed Taoiseach next Wednesday, January 22nd. This is a record amount of junior ministers, and of course it's plenty of jobs for the boys and girls, and in particular for those regional independents that have recently joined Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. People like Sean Kenny and Noel Grealish are going to be super junior ministers, which means they're entitled to a €13,500 allowance just for attending cabinet meetings. Great work if you can get it. And not to mention the junior ministers as well of Marion Harkin and Kevin Boxer-Moran, who are going to be on quite a lucrative salary and position now for the next number of years, hopefully. But of course this is a chaotic coalition. But also what's important with this is the fact that the amount of money that's been spent on TD salaries, the average salary of a TD is €113,000 per year. And not to mention when you become a junior minister, it's upwards of €200,000 when you include expenses. And if you include all that together in terms of salaries of all the TDs plus expenses, you're probably looking at around 35 to 40 million euro. And the added amount of junior ministers is going to increase at least €1 million to the payments over the next lifetime of the government. But this is more of the same that we've come to expect in Ireland. More jobs and boys for the girls, more made up positions for people. And of course junior ministries are relatively recent in Ireland. They're only here in the last 30 years. Previously there were parliamentary secretaries. That was allowed in the Constitution. But again, this is all about making money and power and privilege and greed for those who are elected officials. Now, over nearly half of the combined government are going to have some form of ministry. And not to mention the Attorney General recently appointed Verona Murphy. Now, what's very interesting with this is that the regional technical group have made a bit of a split. Would you believe it? Lowry, Barry Heenahan and Carol Nolan, who wasn't part of the regional technical group, and Gillian Toole, who was part of the government negotiations, along with Aintu, who have two TDs, are looking now at trying to form some sort of speaking group to get speaking time in the Dáil and to ask questions at leaders' questions. You couldn't make this up. They're trying to be an opposition when they're fully supporting the government. What kind of absolute garbage and nonsense have we been subjected to with this absolute farce that is at play by the recently elected politicians? And what have we come to expect in Ireland, but we've come to deserve? And a lot of people are quite happy with what's going on. A lot of people are quite satisfied in terms of the policies to continue over the next period of time with the programme for government, which is just a bow down and bowing the knee to the globalists, the big corporations, and the EU Neoliberal project of more devastation policies and more homelessness. Today figures were released, inflation is still on the increase, 1.4% in the last month. So most people are struggling to get by day to day. But again, this is going to continue with the policies of the corrupt political establishment, who they represent and all they represent, which are the rotten, corrupt elites in Irish society. And as Sean O'Casey in his famous play, The Play on the Stars, and his character said, the world is in a state of chassis according to Joxer Daly, and I couldn't agree more in terms of the current state of play in Ireland. Of course, this is going to have geopolitical ramifications with the incoming inauguration of Donald Trump. It's going to happen on Monday in Washington, D.C., and so many other geopolitical events in terms of the war in Ukraine, and again, where the European Union have hitched their wagon to the United States rather than standing up for peace. But again, this is the imperial, neoliberal, warmongering project all about making money and making misery and wreaking havoc on the lives of ordinary people. We need to stand up in Ireland, build a strong republic that puts the needs of people first, and talk to your friends, talk to your neighbours, talk to your colleagues, and start building a real opposition from the ground up in our communities all around Ireland, the country we're very proud to call home. And we need to stand up and fight for an Ireland that we're all proud of. And that's what's very important, more than ever, because so many people can give out, but the important thing is to use your voice whatever way you can. I use mine through my platform I have, and I'm very grateful to all of you for your support with my YouTube channel. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, please share my videos, and let's get the truth out there far and wide and speaking up for the betterment of the great country of Ireland. Thanks a lot for all the support and see you all soon. Slán.